We're back.
We did it.
I got ice cream.
Oh man, can I have a bite?
Yeah, you go.
Oh,
And a cone too.
We
You
gotta
actually
do-
like
no.
buy cones?
we
Yeah.
have to arrange this. Nobody watching pay attention to this. Kevin, we got to arrange this. We'll go buy the same ice cream cones and then just hand it through the camera.
Nice.
Nobody will see it coming.
Or
So I-
will care.
Bro. We'll start ethereal crying like our ghost.
I don't feel like it's common to have cones very often at home with your ice cream. Like, if I'm getting ice cream, I usually just put it in a bowl.
Oh, you're
that-
saying it's not common to
I-
have the cones?
I love
think
the
so.
waffle cone specifically.
Oh yeah,
Those are
especially when it's dipped in chocolate. I love it.
Oh,
Really
those are good.
Every time we go get ice cream, the kids like do all the upgrades, and it ends up costing like $5 or $6 extra just for everything else that's not ice cream.
Oh gosh.
They always get the waffle cone that's dipped in chocolate with sprinkles and then extra toppings. I'm like, you can't put extra toppings on an ice cream cone. Like maybe you could do it in a bowl or a cup, but it just falls
Yeah.
off.
Yeah,
Like-
it's not worth it.
Yeah, well, they don't care because they're not paying for it. But
I just got vanilla ice
Yeah.
cream and a waffle cone.
That's the plainest shit.
You know it, baby. That's me.
Next
Plain
thing you know,
white
he's going to
dessert.
tell us he's planning to have a mayonnaise sandwich for dinner.
I
Right?
legitimately did that as a kid.
Oh, I
yeah?
thought you were gonna be like, that was my dinner tonight.
I'm still a kid.
I can't
I used
eat
to have-
mayonnaise
I go-
anymore. I had.
I used to
bad
do mashed
mayonnaise
potato
once.
sandwiches.
What?
I used to do mashed potato sandwiches.
That's not a thing.
Oh.
No, I totally did. And I don't know if I picked it up from somebody else or it's just my weird thing, but I did do that.
I will add mustard to my mashed potatoes sometimes instead of gravy. And it's pretty good. It gives it a nice tang.
Like yellow
Yep.
French's mustard?
Okay. I know I'm the
Yeah.
guy that had mashed potato sandwiches, but I'm looking at what you just said like, ugh, gross.
I swear it's really good.
You say so.
I like a
I-
little mustard on my French fries instead of ketchup sometimes, so I can dig it.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go.
Okay. I get the spicy fry sauce from Freddy's, so I can kind of see the mustard thing.
I going
All
back
right.
to the mayonnaise sandwiches. I legitimately can't eat mayonnaise anymore because I had it
Mm.
bad
You had a-
mayonnaise once, and now it tastes
Mm.
like that. No
That
matter
is
what
so
mayonnaise.
weird.
It's I start gagging.
Like after
Oh.
a lifetime of eating it,
Sucks.
It
and
was like-
then one time ruins it.
It legitimately went like bad. It was from Kroger too.
Oh,
No, just kidding.
It was two,
So did this happen
2 jars
recently?
in a row. No, this was like I also lived with my parents at the time, so it had
Oh, okay.
10 plus years ago.
2 jars in a row. It was bad.
Yeah, we had
That
to
sucks.
get
Did
send
you-
it back.
Mm. All right. Put the company on a blast. The one that the brand.
no,
What was
just
the
make
brand?
just make them
was-
eat it.
It was it was Kroger brand.
Oh, it's,
Yeah.
It was the
oh,
store
it's
brand.
Kroger brand.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean that's your fault. Just kidding.
I
Hey,
didn't buy
Just
it.
kidding.
That's why you get cheaper prices.
I
was, like,
love store
12
brand
years old
stuff.
or whatever. Hey, the Kroger brand French toast sticks, so good.
Hmm. All right, Alex. What are your thoughts? You look like you're into it.
He's into it? No, it looks like he's in pain.
I was a very picky eater as a kid. So I ate normal stuff, and you guys are all weird.
Let me
I-
tell you. No, I heard this is mom used to say that you would get, I think like broccoli and cheese dip or ranch dressing, and you would dip the ranch in or the broccoli into the ranch, and then you just lick the ranch off, but you wouldn't eat the broccoli.
There was salads, but yeah.
Okay, he's that picky.
Yeah, and that's why
That
I'm
was-
fat now.
You just ate the ranch. If only I'd eaten the lettuce with the ranch, I'd be
I
okay.
still eat my ranch salads.
I will say, like, ranch was like very, very much like a side dish in itself. I feel like when I was a kid, but like now I don't really use it like ever. So yeah, exactly. I just
Never.
that was my appetizer.
Just guzzle it out of the bottle.
Yeah. All right. Well,
That was a good
we hope you're
conversation.
hungry.
Because I'm not.
Or if you were, we hope you aren't anymore.
You're right.
Let's just combine all of the foods we talked about in one and try it next
No.
week.
So it's a mashed potato and mayonnaise sandwich with mustard, French toast cinnamon sticks, an ice cream cone, and
Ranch dressing.
Ranch dressing?
Ranch?
That
Hold
was
the lettuce.
briefly on lettuce.
Yeah.
Waiter, I only want ranch dressing. That's briefly kissed the lettuce.
It's got a hint of lettuce.
I'll know if you didn't do it. Oh my God, can we
Oh.
stop this and just get back in?
I guess.
All right.
Oh.
Who wants to do a recap? Des.
Okay, yeah, hey. I have written on here shadow creature jumps out in corncob room, seems to be a haunt.
That's a porn cob room.
Oh.
You skipped half of the episode.
You literally,
What?
yeah. We went through 2 other rooms. What are you talking about?
Oh, you're right. I
We-
guess that was
I
the
went
first thing I
poop.
thought.
Yeah. Rick and Hector discovered a bathroom.
Mm.
Rick shattered the door to one of the stalls.
Mm-hmm.
Then we discovered that there were no walls between the toilets, so you can hold hands with your buddy while you poop. Rick decided to poop while Hector checked the remaining stall. So
And held my hands.
they definitely saw the poop happening.
Someone drank out of it, right?
Out of the poop? No, ew, gross.
No.
No, I made a Fallout joke. What are you talking
It was
about?
a
Get out of here.
Fallout joke.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm.
You wouldn't know.
Borfo and Mardella tried to scrounge up some snacks for everybody. So we had a little bit of respite with the Borfo special.
Mhm.
We discovered a bedroom.
Ooh.
Found some goodies in there, including an advanced laser rifle. And Hector did a little spacewalk and saw a big shooty shoot gun on the top of the ship. We discovered a we discovered some lube next to the bed.
Stone. Gym.
That was
Spell
official.
gym.
Huh?
Spell gym. Spell gym.
Some lube and a spell gem. Who knows what's in that spell? And then all of the stuff that Des said happened.
Yeah. Also, bone dust was sprinkled on trash at some point. So yeah. Right, that was in your concoction. Some
No.
bones. Oh,
It was the Borfo
Guys.
special, not bone dust. Jeez.
my hearing aids are acting up. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, yep. That's about it. There's a little shadow creature, and it looks like a ghost, like a crew member ghost. Also, I think.
Yes, hidden in the
Yeah.
computer console, just kind of poking out.
Mhm. Yeah.
All right, so yeah, I think that sums it up. And
When we left off with the ghost about to eat everybody or something.
yes, it was
Mhm.
the ghost turn.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, we get to find out now that it's been a week.
The suspense.
I haven't been able to sleep.
Not one wink.
All right, so now it is the menacing weird creature's turn. You know, Yeah, I should also point out, what I did a little bit, that these things kind of like have a humanoid looking face. You kind of encounter that throughout this journey through the ship. And this creature is going to leap, let's see, forward. Let me
It doesn't
double
have
check
to.
this.
You can just stay where it's at. Don't forget it has -10 to its speed.
Yeah, which, interestingly enough,
Unless...
I commented. Unless what? I'm saying unless? Unless, interestingly enough.
Hold on,
Unless.
the suppressed condition. Oh, it doesn't have any traits.
What? What doesn't have traits? This creature?
This the suppressed condition. I was gonna say if it was like mental and it can't take mental things, but it doesn't have any traits, so I don't see any reason why it wouldn't be suppressed.
Yeah, so
It says you've been affected by a high volume of incoming fire or a particularly dangerous attack that forces you to act less efficiently for your own safety. So,
unless. So interestingly enough, it's being a haunt. I don't have a lot of the normal information that I would normally have. And so I will do what the routine of this haunt calls for, which may not make a lot of sense, but therefore this is a haunt.
It is a haunt.
And kind of defies all sorts of normal things. So
they totally removed haunts from first edition. Or we just
Starfinder.
never ran into it? I don't remember seeing anything about haunts.
I don't remember from the core rulebook or not, but I don't think that we did. I want to say maybe
they took them out of the game. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, or they just weren't in the pre-written adventures that we did. I'm not sure. I can't recall. But I'm gonna commence with the attacks.
All right, commit to jiggle.
That I have. I'm trying to find the dice that I should have had. Here we go. All right, so the first attack, I'm going to roll to see who it goes after.
I hope it's me.
I wrote down everybody's names within their characters in the beginning, so I'll be using this list in the order to determine.
Okay.
Rick is 1, Hector is 2, Borfo is 3, and Mardella is 4, and that will be the order I use the entire time. So 2, it's Hector.
Yes.
What a dick.
I don't know what happened.
I said
Kevin went yes.
Oh,
When you said my name, he was like, "Not me."
Okay, so the creature just kind of, I guess, kind of just appears next to you and takes a bite.
you guess.
Yeah, because again, I don't have a lot of information, but this is a haunt, and based off of what its routine is here, which is what they call what you do for the creature in this adventure.
Yeah, I looked up the stat block of a haunt, like a generic haunt.
Yeah.
There's a routine.
Of this
thing.
haunt? No.
Yeah,
but
that
yeah,
haunt.
this is the routine, and it's going to attack the creatures on the bridge. So, yeah, Hector is first. Probably a hit with a 27. I don't know ACs, so new system. I'm not trying to be condescending. I just don't know.
I think most people will be late teens, early 20s.
Okay.
My AC's 21.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So it does
Your AC can drink, dog.
18,
Yeah, bro.
18 points of piercing damage.
That's a lot of piercing damage.
Okay, and then it seemingly leaps next to Borfo
Why?
and
-10.
is going to claw at
That
you.
leaps.
I'm on the ceiling, BT dubs.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
And that is a 24.
You bitch.
Uh,
11 points of slashing damage. And then finally it leaps behind Mardella.
Oh,
And it
no.
whips you with its tail. That is 26 AC.
Yeah, it hits.
For a total of 14 piercing damage.
Oh, buddy. Okay. So she gets whipped right in the behind, and she's like, "Ooh." Well, maybe not like that. That was kind of creepy.
She liked it.
What are you
Let's cut that one.
Her implants are malfunctioning. It's supposed to be painful.
Her brain is now.
Brain. Okay, so that is the Haunt's turn, and that is the end of round 1, and we're on to round 2, which is Hector.
Hector.
okay.
Just remember, this creature appeared next to 3 of you really quickly. Boom, boom, boom. That's kind of what you're left with, this sense of, what the
I
hell?
want you in my room.
Let's go to the bedroom or the bathroom.
I think. Let me see here.
Remember, you hear the crying subtly echoing throughout the room, everywhere and all at once, and seemingly nowhere. And there's also this ghostly apparition at the center console.
Right.
This ghost isn't doing shit. It's just watching.
It's got its head in its hands. It's just crying.
Gotcha. Okay.
Maybe I'll go ahead and say that anybody within earshot, you can kind of subtly hear it's stop, no, kind of like lamenting.
I think Hector's actually gonna move over to our ghost friend here and try to engage it at all, see if it responds to him trying to talk to it, because maybe it'll talk to me?
Okay, how do you talk to it?
I'm just gonna walk up and say, excuse me, and kind of wave my hand in front of its face to try and get its attention.
There's nothing we can do.
Why do you say there's nothing we can do?
We tried to stop. We can't. Stop.
Okay. Well, helpful. I don't know if this is gonna do a damn bit of good, but seeing that all of our physical attacks haven't seemed to really done anything against this thing, 2 diamonds means it takes the 2 actions to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Then I think Hector's just gonna call it there for this turn, because he's stumped. He doesn't know. He doesn't want to waste another shot on not damaging this thing, and he's also worried that potentially attacking it could have dire consequences, I guess. So he's just gonna stand here and continue listening to the ghost person and see if he gleans any other information while the others do what they're gonna do.
What was your aim with the ghost? You were just trying to...
If the ghost could tell us anything about they knew what it was, not what it was, but if they could give us any insight on how we can contain the creature, or maybe even just convince it to jump out the airlock and leave us alone.
So with haunts, it's usually you have to do something. Yeah, find the source of the haunt and figure out how to disable it, basically.
Yeah, so that would
Gonna
be the
be
sort
the
of information I was
bones?
hoping to glean from this ghost.
Okay. So do you have society
I do.
as a skill check? Okay. Yeah, give me a society check. Or you can do a diplomacy if you like.
Well, I'm going to stick with my society roll of 25.
Oh,
Okay. Damn.
Hot
What is your
dog.
bonus on that? I
Plus
know that
10.
works different. Plus 10. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're sitting there trying to talk, you're waving your hand in front, and you notice that this is a Lashinta woman. You know, you see the uniform, clearly a member of this crew, and there's something about the way you interact with her that seems to calm her down, pull her out of her crying for a moment, and she looks up and she sees you.
Mhm.
And she's actually looking at you. And you get the sense that you've made a connection with her.
Okay.
And so, yeah, if you had any further questions.
So now that she's interacting with me directly, I'm going to be like, is there anything you can tell us that might help us deal with the haunt? At least point us in the right direction. Were you on to a lead before it, killed you?
Awkward.
Terribly rude and traumatic.
I know, I'm sorry. I've been living alone as a hermit for a while, so.
I'm trying not to die here, lady.
It's nothing that we could... Overtook the ship so incredibly fast. You cannot hope to defeat it. There's nothing that... And you seem to kind of like start to lose her again for a moment as she's starting to slip back into her like trance or her isolation.
Mhm.
But you know that you got through to her for a moment. You could still, I won't say that she's completely lost to you, but you start to feel that connection begin to break again.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna... Okay, forget about the haunt for a minute. What were you guys doing before it attacked? What was your mission?
We were just trying to collect samples from planets in the vast. It just erupted out of it killed everybody. My friends, my shipmate. And she's starting to like drift out of the moment again.
Okay, what was the last sample you picked up? Was it something from a local system, or? It was.
Oh no! Don't do it again! And you see her like start to react to like something outside of her, like, and she's like moving her body back and forth, like dodging hits, and like, oh no! Stop!
I think I might have something that might help, Eric. A
Okay.
hazard with the haunt trait is a spiritual echo, often of someone with a tragic death. We'd assume. Putting a haunt to rest often involves resolving the haunt's unfinished business. A haunt that hasn't been properly put to rest always returns after a time.
Okay.
So maybe, I don't know.
Oh, so we just have to prevent her from being killed and... No, stop
Easy
killing
enough.
me! Ah!
Just come out. No, you just need to come out and say, so what kind of unfinished business you got? Like, what?
I really hope the solution to this adventure is a big hug.
Oh, Orpho would be the best one at that.
He's a master at it.
At this point, I don't know if we're considering that I've used up all three of my actions. I don't know if each time I try and interact with the ghost is counting.
I'm only gonna consider it an action if you like make a check or something. I mean, you
Okay.
haven't gone on too long. I mean, probably we're stretching the 6 seconds a little bit,
Right.
but yeah, I mean, I would say you have at least one more action if we want to say that the conversation's gone on a little too long.
Yeah, I feel like maybe I'm starting to lose her too much at this point. Can't think of anything that would help right now.
Well, at some point, to disable a haunt, it's like a check of some kind.
Right.
But we don't
I will-
know.
I will tell you that you were successful with your check, but it seems like there's more to do.
Yeah, it
so-
says that some of them require 2 checks. Just so you
I know haunts are difficult, and but I don't want to just leave you in the dark. Like they're, yeah.
So
I'm-
that note that we found 2 weeks ago now, that was about that had to do with Mael, and it's saying it's time to start something.
Mhm.
And if I remember correctly, you said that I kind of gleaned a little bit of insight because of my affinity with Mael and being a Patra.
yeah.
Would a Patra lore check give me any sort of info or help in this situation? I'm reaching for nothing here, but
Yeah, I would say. To what end? Like, what are you trying to get out of it? Like, how will that help you in
so
this situation with her?
if I can draw some sort of a connection between the letter we found and her distress about what's happening, and maybe if I'm asking her about the letter in particular, what if she knows what it means? I can't remember exactly what the letter said. It just said it's time to start the thing, essentially. Maybe if she has any insight into that, I could ask about that.
Okay. Yeah, let me have you roll that then.
Okay. I got a 21 Patra lore check.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, you're recalling all this information, so making connections with what you know of your deity and whatnot. So then, how do you communicate like what you're using with that information? Are you talking to her about it, asking her about the letter?
Yeah, so I'm asking her about it. I'm pretty sure I still had the note on me, so I like pull the note out and I'm like reading it to her and explaining, like, we found this note. Does you know if this has anything to do with what happened? Trying to narrow down maybe the cause of her death too, if I can kind of push past the fright and terror of it. Just to, I'm basically the embodiment of that meme of the person looking confused with all of the like math text running past them right now. So
Yeah. Okay, I will say when you produce the letter and you begin to read it, maybe show it, she seems to pull out of this thrashing and starts to focus on the letter. And she doesn't really understand anything about it.
okay.
Like that's not mine. That belonged to one of my crewmates. It was talked of it. It was very important. She was hoping to, and then she stops talking and she kind of like centers herself and she's like, yes, and then the creature vanishes.
Oh.
She's
Okay.
like, I know what we must do. Thank you. It was such torment. Oh, no. I'm so sorry that you had to endure this terror. My name is Captain Leah Imaz. Excuse me. I'm just trying to collect myself. Who are all of you? What What are you doing aboard the ship? This is dangerous. You shouldn't be here.
Did we receive a distress call?
Oh, we almost got hit by the ship.
Right,
It's on a collision course.
Yeah, our ship, your ship almost careened into ours. It seems to be out of control, so we boarded to try and assess and see if we could help stabilize, and, well, we found all of this.
Yes,
Ah!
I remember now.
Rick starts running out the door. He's still fighting for 6 more seconds.
Bork's
really-
still hanging in the corner.
You should really go check on your friend. I thought I had
he'll
it
be
bad.
fine. He does this.
Well, that's good that it's normal. So I'm sorry. You said, yeah, you can't. I'm so sorry. We tried desperately to prevent this from happening, but we failed. I'm sorry that we failed you, and all of those in the Pact World. Is it too late? Are we at Bretheta?
No, we're still a ways from the planet. If we can stop the ship, and what exactly happened?
I'm sorry. I tried to answer you before. My mind was overtaken. We are the Xenowardens. We travel out. We discover new life. Life is precious to us. We want to learn all that we can about it. We collect things from worlds in the vast, unknown species, and during our journey, we were going to bring them back, deliver them to our starship to have the Xenowardens inspect them on the Verdant Paradise. And we collected many samples. They were all safe. However, one of these escaped confinement. It was just a simple flatworm, nothing dangerous at all. We called it Sample 62. It exhibited characteristics of being able to rapidly adapt its body to adopt the characteristics of organic matters that it consumes. And now it's become this terrible, terrible creature that damaged the ship, killed my crew, killed all of us. Despite our best efforts, we were not able to stop it.
Well, we killed a writhing mass of worm things on the way in here.
Wish that were enough. That's simply just the spawn of this creature.
Oh.
Oh, we also destroyed a fart bag.
Thanks. We were trying to disable that for weeks.
Wait.
It's a practical joke left by the engineer.
Is there a second level or something?
Do you...
To the ship?
Yeah.
Oh. Why?
Because is this not the entire ship?
This is the entire ship.
Where the hell is this thing?
Yeah, that's exactly what Hector's going to ask. He said, do you happen to know where the creature is now, then?
They're in the vents.
I don't know. What is so terrible about this is that not only did we tried.
In the toilet.
It's in the bathrooms. There's the
That's
shriek
why
that
it was
you heard.
clogged. It wasn't your turd, Rick.
I drank it.
Oh, no!
It is called Sample 62.
Burst out of my chest.
No, you
There
absorb
it is.
its biology and start to look like a worm.
Oh no.
Look, I cannot tell you where it is. I don't know. When it escaped, it was a foot-long, 6-legged insect creature, and now it's become a humanoid monstrosity.
It's in the vents.
It became, as it consumed the crew members, it took on more humanoid characteristics, becoming smarter.
Oh.
And once it, what?
I said, they took on the characteristics of the human.
Oh, okay. The worst part of it is once it destroyed my body, it telepathically connected with the ship. Xenowardens, the captains have a telepathic bond with the ship and can control it on a telepathic level at some extent. I mean, it doesn't replace working at the consoles, but we have this bond, and it feels so empty without this connection. I don't understand why I can't affect any other change on the ship. The creature could really be anywhere. We desperately tried. You have to understand. We tried to destroy the engine. We tried to self-destruct the ship. We tried to disable it, to scuttle the ship. My engineer was in the process of doing that, and the creature got it. It got him in the middle of it. I being the last crew member, determined to stop this creature, go down with the ship. I ran to my room, searched for any type of weapon, anything I could do to stop it. It burst through the door, and it tore me to shreds.
Where is it taking the body?
Eating them.
The bodies of the okay. It eats it in whole, totally. They're...
Oh, well, that can't happen.
I got a problem with being eaten.
You can tear my arms off, my legs off, but you ain't gonna eat me.
Rick's gonna be the knight from the Holy Grail. 'Tis but a scratch.
I love Rick's strong stance on anti being eaten.
Okay. I guess at this point, Hector's gonna kind of turn to the group. Like, anyone else have any questions or ideas?
You tried.
Turning it
What's
off
it
and
called?
on again.
Turning it off. Depressurizing the whole ship. That the word? That's not the right word. It's like making sure that it's expel all the air out of it. You know.
Yeah, that'd be depressurizing.
Yeah. Or can it live in space?
They don't
Well-
have control over it at this point, right?
I couldn't depressurize. I suppose I could have depressurized the ship. I should have done that. Who knows if that would work? But now I can't depressurize the ship. I no longer have my psychic bond.
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Oh.
Well, can we do it from here?
You could try it. It's one of these consoles right here.
All right, everybody, turn on your environmental protections and get ready for depressurization. What the hell was that?
All right.
Click.
It's just one button.
Can he pressurize the ship?
Yeah.
I'm calling back to Krios.
R.I.P.
Okay,
They
so
bit his butt.
Yeah.
Hector's gonna try and see if he can find the controls and try and depressurize the ship. Drop those green fields on all the airlock doors that we've seen so far.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, everyone, hold on to something.
Hold on to trash.
I got my mag boots on, so I attach it to the floor.
You have mag boots?
Yeah, we found them.
Okay. Yeah, how's everybody else bracing themselves? Just holding on?
Whew.
Hector's gonna use his gecko grip ability.
Ooh, do tell.
Ooh.
What?
So, gecko grip, let me pull this up here. It says, it lasts for 10 minutes, long enough for the air to rush out. It says, tiny clinging hairs sprout across the creature's hands and feet, offering purchase on nearly any surface. The target gains a climb speed equal to its speed. So, I'm going to assume I
that's
have
cool.
special boots that allow that to work.
Yeah, we'll We'll allow it. All right, so you guys have all braced yourselves. How is
I find something that's connected to the ship that's pretty sturdy, and I'm gonna tie one of those like cords around me and that thing to kind of give me a backup if I lose my grip.
You can hold on to one of those sturdy leaf frond chairs.
Yeah, I bet that is.
Oh, yeah, everyone just jump in a chair and fasten the safety belt.
There we go.
I'm gonna just stand in the middle of the room and have my flamethrower ready.
Smart.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm gonna take me and Trash and get on the other side of this console and like brace against the console.
There we go. I'm gonna mimic that, but on the other side.
How do meg boots work?
You
You turn them on and they go thunk thunk to the floor.
thunk thunk.
I assume.
So am I gonna need a computers check for this, or is it fairly straightforward, Chris?
It's well,
One
I would
button.
I would say it's fairly straightforward.
Okay. Are we?
Is everybody ready?
I was born ready.
Yeah.
All right,
All right.
here I go.
All right, and so from somewhere outside of the ship, you can see the green hue on those airlock doors go out. The airlocks that are still closed open, and you guys feel a rush of wind. You know, Mardella's luscious white hair curls are blowing in the wind as it's rushing out. Borfo almost loses his glasses that he's wearing.
They're inside the helmet, bud.
I don't wear them outside, man. Rick, you would lose your cigar, but it's inside the helmet.
No.
Hector, you're holding on tight. The hairs that grip are blowing, but they're holding tight, and slowly the rush of air begins to slow down as the pressure equalizes and the room is filled with a vacuum. Rick, you're peering down through the double doors, over the table in the mess hall, down into that long corridor, and all the way ultimately towards the back of the ship, where you see the slight glow of the engine, and you're sitting there with your gun at the ready.
I forgot to do Sirenscape. It has the perfect sound set for this.
The vacuum.
I'd have to be like,
What are the
I
episodes?
forgot to put my boots on.
And you are left sitting there in the vacuum of space inside of the ship.
Over comms, I'm like, all right, now what?
Overcomes Hector's like, we really didn't think about a good way to determine if this thing is dead now.
You got a point. All right,
Just
The
fly
ghost
this baby
lady-
back home like this.
Ghost Lady. Hey, I never got your name.
Yeah, you did? It was the
most
captain,
certainly
Leia
said it.
Amos.
I was
Doesn't mean
running
Rick
out.
heard it.
I was running out of the room, frightened.
Oh, well, allow myself to introduce myself again. I am Captain Leah Amaz.
Leah, is there a way? How do you clean the vents? Is there
Purge
a way?
the vents.
Can we just run a scan of the ship for any life forms?
Oh,
that are
that's
on the
right.
ship?
That's how you play this game.
Of course.
I don't know how to do any of that.
Kevin's just like, vents, it's gotta be the vents.
It's gotta be.
Too many movies. It's
Where
in the
else?
vents.
I've never even seen that movie.
You sweep the vents, John McClane flies out of it.
Yeah, dead because we depressurized.
Come out to the coast, have a few...
Did we just murder one of the crew members that was alive?
Well, you didn't think about that.
No, we didn't.
It's too late.
Too late now.
I hope they are.
Oh, they've long been eaten. Don't worry
She
about it.
said she was the last one left alive, so...
That is true. So yeah, someone run a scan.
Computers check.
I guess I'm a computer guy. Borfo, like, looks around the room and sees everybody looking at him, and he's like, oh, yeah. I'm the computers guy.
You like glide over.
Um,
I guess
I'm
you
gonna
could repressurize. Also,
Yeah, it'll take a little bit of time.
right?
It won't evacuate as quickly as it. It won't come back in as quickly as it left.
You're right.
That's what she said. I am trained in computers.
do you need an assist?
I mean, if you want to assist me, I won't reject it. Oh, wait, but there's a downside. Are you okay at computers, or...?
Not the best, but I'm not the worst.
I'm okay. I got 22.
Okay, 22. You're picking up life signs all over the ship. Just numerous of these, like, egg sacs, the small creatures that you encountered earlier. You see those are deposited throughout the ship.
Oh, right.
As far as, like, of this big creature that she's talking about, you can't seem to, like, you sense that the sensors show that there is a large creature, but it seems to be rapidly moving around, unbelievably so, around the ship. So it's hard to, like, pinpoint where it is.
Was
It
that
is
right?
in the vents.
So,
As you conduct this scan, Captain Imaz speaks up, and she looks to Hector, being the first person that she spoke with. And she says, excuse me, she says, Sample 62, it knows you're here. And she, like, looks at you with this forlorn look in her eyes.
Well, now
As I
we
said-
know it's here.
It's trapped with us. She says, as you know, they're psychically bonded with the ship. After I died, and I no longer can maintain control. And then you see her frown for a moment, like she's lost in some distant memory. And then she refocuses on the present moment with a shake of her head. She says, time is short. If we're going to kill Sample 62 and the rest of these disgusting creatures on this ship, we've got to destroy the ship completely. Not one shred of Sample 62's hatchlings' eggs can survive to reach the verdant paradise.
I agree.
I don't know if you scanned the ship coming in.
Nope, we're
but
dumb.
you are stupid, so let me tell you.
Damn.
The blooms, I didn't call you dumb, he did. The bloom is a biomechanical starship. It'll repair itself over time. So eventually, Sample 62 is going to be able to redirect the ship to wherever they want to go. But it has one weakness. It's super vulnerable to radiation. So you'll need to harvest the radioactive components from the drift engine. With this material, you can climb onto the outside of the ship. You can sabotage the starship weapons. Yes. And then we can fire them, and with them that sabotage, they'll explode. Yeah, that could be enough to destroy the ship. You guys could destroy the ship doing that. Just might work.
okay. Hector looks at the rest of the crew and says, sounds like a plan, team?
Yeah. What's
Right.
that on?
Orpho looks a little sad.
Oh, Orpho, what's wrong?
The ship was gonna be our next big payday, and now we just gotta blow it up.
I know, bud, I know. But it's either blow it up or die horrible deaths.
I truly am sorry, Borfo, but I'm sure if you tell the Xenowardens, they will more than reward you for your heroic efforts here. This cannot get back to the Pact Worlds.
Yeah, we're recording all this, right?
Yeah. Probably.
Also, I don't know if they know this. Ghosts are real.
I was actually going to ask, do ghosts actually exist in this world on their own, or is there some sort of weird bioship thing that's causing her to exist?
Yeah,
No,
I think
ghosts are a thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, they're a thing in
Is she-
Pathfinder. So.
Is she bound to the ship? Couldn't she just come back with us?
I think because
I think if we blow up the ship, her unfinished business is resolved.
Right.
She would move on.
Exactly.
Okay.
Maybe we can also like see if we can get data from the ship so that way it wasn't a totally pointless mission.
yes, please, download what you need to, and of utmost importance, I have a final message that I recorded.
Which
That I would
computer
like-
do you hold the porn?
The porn-shaped husks.
Okay, that one. Got it. Don't worry, guys.
Yep. Good job, Rick. Saving the most important stuff.
You know it.
So be sure to put that radioactive material in the guns. You guys can flee back to your ship. I can trigger the guns myself right here. I believe I retain enough of a connection to the bloom for that at least.
I mean this in the most respectful way possible, but you failed at every other part of this.
Oh no.
Also, you're a ghost. Wouldn't your fingers like just go like right through or something?
I think, Rick, she was saying she has partial telepathic connection with the ship still and could mentally trigger the guns to fire.
Yes, now that I'm focused again, I do have a slight connection. I might be able to affect that much.
All right,
But
let's test
Orpho-
it. Try and turn the lights off in here.
They sort of flicker a little bit.
Oh
They don't
god,
quite go
we're
off.
screwed.
Orpho, you're-
Hector looks over to Borfo and says, I think your little friend might need to help us out in a big way here, Borfo.
Aw.
What?
Oh no.
I gotta.
No payday and no friend.
If Trash stays behind to fire the weapons for us, we can all get off this thing.
I came here to get this ship, to get the payday, and all I found was this, my new friend. And now you want me to leave him behind?
I want you to ask him to make the ultimate sacrifice for the team, Borfo.
Orpho. You're right, I failed. In every conceivable way. But I can do this. I can do this.
I said that respectfully.
All right.
Look, if you don't
So
if you don't feel that you can trust me, leave Trash behind to do it. But if you would believe in me one last time, I can't let you guys down.
Mardella kind of takes a moment and steps towards the captain, and she goes, Captain, I believe. Oh wait, sorry, I forgot I was old. Her brain is melting. She's like, Captain Leah, I know you can do this. Borfo, you don't have to lose Trash too.
I'll never let go of Trash.
And Hector kind of looks at you too, and he's like, okay, I appreciate the touching team-building moment, loving our robotic friend here, but let's go get the radioactive shit and get this started before that thing comes out of nowhere and slices Rick's head off.
Fair.
You guys turn around to him, and his head is already.
That is perfect. And we'll see you next week.
If
man.
a couple of you need to get your head sliced off so the trash makes it, that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Good to know, Borfo.
Okay,
Alright, so this radioactive.
we need to get that. There was something else that we needed to do with the computer though as well?
Download
So
the data.
she wanted and download her final message
Good.
to give to the Verdant Paradise.
Could we use the ship? Could we use our comm system to establish a link with our ship and just have it do a data dump over to our ship's data banks?
That makes
Yeah,
So we
you
don't-
can do that. Absolutely, yeah.
Hector looks over at Borfo again, like, buddy.
Yeah, I guess that's what Borfo is working on.
Okay, so that'll take a little bit of time for Borfo to download all of the data that they've collected, because they've been out in the vast for quite some time. So then, while Borfo is doing that, does anybody want to go gather the radioactive material? And Borfo, it doesn't take you like forever, probably about 10 minutes.
Okay. Do the old split
Why
the
don't-
party.
Yeah, I don't want to leave Borfo behind. So, like, if you two feel particularly excited to go get that, I can stay behind.
Okay. Yeah, Hector's like, hey, Rick, let's go get that radioactive stuff and smear it all over the guns.
Let's do it.
Be careful, boys.
We're gonna run all the way back to the ship.
Get him all the way out. Oh boy.
Good boy.
Oh, you guys, yeah, so you pass through that main room in the center of the ship. It's still got that slimy goop all over the floor.
Yeah. Watch your step.
Oh. Shoot a little fire at it.
How are you off square?
I was wondering that too,
Oh.
because that would have been amazing to have earlier.
Oh, hold Alt.
Okay. I'm assuming. Are we basically just grabbing like radioactive fuel rods out of this thing, or is it solid
Yeah.
matter, liquid matter?
Yeah, essentially it's like solid rods.
Okay, so
Nice.
I'm just gonna start ripping them out of the engine core.
Okay, so you
I
get to
help
work.
too.
Okay, so Rick, you are not like perceiving around for danger. You're just helping assist with this.
No. How many of these things are there? Are they easy
How many
for
of
him
these
to grab?
rods? Yeah, they're fairly easy to pull out. It's just going to take some time to get them out of the engine.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
definitely.
Kevin, could you do us a favor and describe how you're pulling out your rod?
Well,
Gently.
I stopped by that bedroom and grabbed some of that lube from by the bed so that it would be safe and easy.
No, I'm going to be looking at all the vents openings right
It's
now.
in the vents.
It's because
Okay.
you know where we know where it's at.
Yeah.
Well,
and,
kind of.
All right, so you're keeping an eye.
I pre-fire
kinda
into the vent.
Oh, God.
It comes out in the bridge and scorches Mardella's hair.
Oh no! It's so thin already. It just like it ignites and she's bald out of nowhere.
And she just blames faulty equipment for it.
Yeah.
My damn hair aids.
Oh no, she's covered in them.
Oh, God.
Okay, so Hector, you're gonna dig into this thing. You need some tools first to be able to do that. Do you have any tools?
What kind
Well,
of tools you looking for?
You said there was tools scattered all around the floor of the reactor area, so I'm guessing I could scrabble them together.
I have
Okay,
a
yeah.
tactical med kit.
That's good
That-
for pulling out
That
radioactive
helps.
material.
Yeah.
It's great for pulling out rods, if you know what I mean.
Oh boy.
With those tweezers. Okay, so yeah, you're looking around. You see like a full repair kit scattered around the floor.
I could have. Didn't we pick up a kit of some kind at some point?
I
yeah.
definitely had a hacking toolkit and an
hacking.
infiltrator's toolkit.
Yeah, I know there was something was picked up in another room. Okay, but Hector, so now you have these repair tools. So I need to get, in order to get into this, a crafting, or you could do a thievery check. Try to get into where the material is.
We'll do a crafting check.
Porfo's very good at thievery.
How does a 25 sound?
I think that sounds delightful.
What a critically delightful.
Not critically delightful, but delightful.
How about delicious?
Oh, I mean, do you want to take a bite of it?
No.
No, I'm not back there.
Pass on jumping into the radioactive fuel rod, thanks.
Okay.
That's the new special.
Porfo's gonna open a diner when we get back.
Porfo's Diner.
Sorry, I'm just looking something up. So you're cracking into this, and you pull the access panel out, and you see the rods right there, ready to be removed.
Do I need a tool to remove them, or can I just like grab them, spin them, and draw them out?
Yeah, you can use various tools to remove them. You just need to store them somewhere in a pack, or however you're going to carry them.
How big are they roughly? Does it say? Does it give you like a?
Yeah, like maybe in inches.
I don't
About
know.
5.5.
They're probably like 12-inch long rods, and probably about 2 inches in diameter.
Okay, I'm just gonna start.
Is
chucking
that
them in my
measured from the
backpack.
base or?
From the sack. Gotta get whatever I can in there. So yeah, you're just using the tools to remove these things. I'm going to call for a saving throw here, unless Kevin wants to dispute it, because I don't know how this works in 2E versus 1E. But
What are you talking about?
He has exposed himself to radiation, and so I will
Oh
need
gosh, that's
a-
a big.
fortitude
That's-
saving throw.
Let me.
And I don't know if it's the same as where like certain suits of armor protect you up to certain level of radiation exposure.
Well, let's look it up.
Yeah, let's look it up.
Well, I can almost
So-
guarantee it's not gonna be my armor that helps me.
So
Yeah,
this is,
probably not.
While you're looking for it, this is mild radiation.
Oh, well, that's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Starfinder. Playtest. Let's look it up. To protect yourself from other environmental dangers such as radiation, you have to install upgrades,
Oh,
which I
So I'm-
believe someone got a radiation buffer.
yes, who did that?
Who took it?
Is
I
it
don't
you?
remember.
Is it you? Is it you?
Don't think it was me.
I could have sworn that was something that somebody did. No.
no.
So it's safe to say that Hector does have to roll this check.
Probably.
I'm gonna say yeah, probably.
I'm
yeah.
just looking up the rules for generally for radiation. Oh, here we go. Low level radiation typically has no effect. Radiation sickness. What did you? Radiation is a very real threat. No shit.
It's mild
Typically-
radiation, right?
You said mild.
Yes.
Exposure to mild radiation damaging cells and causes fatigue. Does it say DC 14? Or 17,
No.
I'm sorry?
Yes.
Then that is, yeah.
So, we're rolling a fortitude save then?
Yep.
Sure looks
All right.
like it.
I can live with that. How's a 27?
Oh, jeez. Do you
That's
eat
a critical
radioactive
success.
cereal
That's a
for
critical
breakfast?
success.
Okay. So yeah, maybe you don't even feel a wave of nauseousness come over you. You just know that, holy crap, I'm dealing with radiation. I feel fine right now, but you are dealing with radiation. So you might want to store this in a way that's not going to affect you while you carry it throughout the ship.
Okay.
I like the idea that you can just be like, I will not be sickened by this. Like, I'm right.
Like I
You're,
said, he had
about
radioactive
to-
O's for breakfast.
You're about to like vomit up a bunch of blood, and you're like, no,
No, I
that
refuse.
stays inside.
That's my blood.
If I look around the room, is there anything that has like the radiation like a case for these?
Like a hazmat.
Obvious. I mean, yeah, I guess even like a hazmat suit I could wrap them in or something.
So looking around the room, you see a few containers, like lead containers, and they're like toppled over. The lids are somewhere around. So you feel like maybe that's something you could use.
All right, well, I grab the closest container, pull it towards me, and start stacking them in there. I'll find the lid when I'm done pulling all these rods.
Okay. So yeah, you're just unpacking those rods.
It's a living.
Hector's back there just yanking the rods.
Children.
The whole time, Rick is keeping an eye on the vents, and you hear, much like you did when you first entered the ship, you can hear the scatter, pitter patter of something moving through the vents.
Around here.
But it sounds like it's
Hey! He's yelling out. Hey! I'm gonna fucking kill you.
all to the creature.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you hear, it sounds like it's coming from vents near you and far. I mean, again, it's like this crying that you heard. It comes from everywhere and nowhere. So after a short time, you guys are able to unpack all of these rods, and you've collected your materials. Borfo, you've completed the download of all the data and the information, so you have everything the Xenowarden ship has collected, and you have Captain Amass's final message. What are you guys doing now?
Right.
Are we in the area where we need them to bring the radiation, or do we need to head to them?
Gotta go up to the gun. The big gun on the outside.
Oh, up top.
Is that the one that you found earlier?
Yeah. So,
Yeah, and actually there's
if I'm
several.
seeing this correctly, Chris, there's 4 of them.
Yes, there are several guns up top.
Are they only accessible from the ladder side of each one? Like, we couldn't go up and get to all 4 of them from one ladder?
So yeah, you could go up one ladder and work your way around, or you could split up and climb up separate ladders. But then you only put the rods in one container. So
Right.
yeah.
So, I'm going to say Hector finds that lid, unless you want me to make you do a check to find it, and slaps it on this container so I'm not carrying around a glowing box of death. And I'm going to look at Rick and say, I got to get up to the guns. Watch my back. And then I'm just going to start heading out towards the nearest ladder, which I believe would be here.
All to the port side.
Yeah, I'm just going to cut through this cargo bay and go up out the airlock and up the ladder.
Okay.
Your back.
Rick's heading out with
Pulls out
Hector.
your spine.
What is
no.
jeez. What the heck?
Like, hot as back. Jeez.
What are Borfo and Mardella doing in trash?
I think Trash is especially suited for this part of the job. So
Yeah.
I think we need to go out there and help, right?
Yeah.
Like Trash is
I'm down.
gonna be able to.
So I guess I could say over the comms, we're like, we got the radioactive active material. Meet us out on top of the ship.
Hold on, I'm just getting the last of the corn.
Would there be a way that we can like set up
Corn
any
on
kind
the
of
knob.
communication?
That's the name of the movie.
No.
It came from the corn.
I'm sorry, what'd you say, Tess?
Is there any way we can set up communication with this Captain Amos when we're not in this room? Like, just so she knows that we're out of harm's way and things are where they need to be.
Is there a
Yeah, I
speaker
think
on the
s-
console?
Well, I was going to say, is there
Huh?
anything stopping her from following you guys up? I mean, she's
That's true.
attached to the
Oh, yeah.
ship, but is she stuck
Is
in the
she-
console?
Is she attached particularly to that room, or is it just the ship in general? What's the sitch?
Yeah.
She's like, this is the place where she died, so she's kind of like
Okay.
stuck here.
She's stuck there.
Is there a
Thought she
speaker on
Died in
microphone?
the bedroom.
Yeah, I mean, she could communicate to you through the ship's systems.
Okay, that works.
Yeah. Then Mardella, she goes to get Borfo and Trash and head to meet the rest of the party, but she she looks to Captain Amos for the last time and she's like, "Thank you for all of your help. We'll make sure your information gets to where it needs to go. The mission wasn't a failure."
Thank you. That means so much.
Borfo's just doing this behind her.
Mardella,
Yeah, Mardella
It's
gets
4 arms.
Mardella, go out, survive, live the long life that is ahead of you.
I'll do it just for you. I'll live the life you didn't get to.
Thank you.
She went skydiving. She went Rocky Mountain climbing.
So yeah, and then as Borfo's doing his little air quotes behind her, she catches like a glimpse and just kind of like swats behind her to try and like smack his arms like to get him to stop. And then I assume we go to meet up with our friends.
I'm having fun, guys.
Good. Oh.
Yeah, Borfo and Trash make their way to the outside.
Okay, so which airlock do you leave through?
Yeah, which one do you want to go through? I'll follow.
Let's go through the bedroom.
Okay, you would.
I grab one of the last remaining bottles of lube
So,
and put it in my pack.
Yeah, of course. Am I following Hector or what's going on?
That's up to
Okay.
you.
I follow.
You got a spine.
Yeah, free spine.
Free spine.
Okay, so you move to the outside of the ship. Rick and Hector have approached the first gun. Mardella, Borfo, and Trash, are you just at the airlock, or have you made your way out
We're
to the...
stepping out.
Okay. So as they're reaching the first gun, you're stepping out.
Yeah.
Okay, and then since I forgot to ask last time, what is everybody doing in exploration mode?
Oh, that's fun.
Well, since we know that pressurization doesn't kill this thing, I am extremely worried that it's going to try and stop us since it kind of knows what we're doing. It might know what we're doing.
Yeah.
Okay, so
They
you're
said
all eyes.
it was smart.
And I'm going to put my flamer away because I feel like that wouldn't work very well in space.
Hmm.
I don't know if
That's
that makes
fair.
them.
Yeah, I mean,
if the
Maybe.
flame fuel is a chemical and it's a chemical reaction that's causing the flames, it would work. It would just immediately go out because there's no oxygen to sustain it.
Right. So I'm gonna pull out my stellar cannon.
What's so
It's-
great about it? It's stellar.
It's made of stars. No, that's not true. It's my rocket shotgun launcher thing. And I'm searching for any movement that seems crazy.
Okay.
Whoa! It's a cat that can climb real good.
So basically, we're just what skill we were actively using at the time.
Yes.
So I'm gonna say acrobatics because I'm trying to climb this ladder with a big box under my arm,
Oh, okay.
That makes sense.
trying not to drop it or get launched off the side of the ship on accident.
Just so you know, I think climbing is athletics. Just so you know.
I'm being acrobatic.
I'm just saying.
We're in.
Twisting and
It's
turning.
0G. It's
yeah,
not
we're in
about
space at this point.
athletic.
Ooh, that's a good
Yeah.
point.
I'm trying to maneuver.
I'm meg booting
carefully.
to the side of these ladders.
That's probably pretty safe.
Clink, clink.
I think Borfo's gonna try and use the leaf, the foliage, to hide. Like trying to stop from being easy prey for this human turd monster that is coming after us with psychic powers.
Okay. So stealthing. And what's Mardella doing?
I guess athletics, because she's trying to. Because she doesn't have mag boots. I don't know. She's like. She's still tied to any anchor point she can find, and she's trying not to fall off.
Okay, so is Rick the only one that has mag boots? I'm sorry. I was reading stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
he found those in the search through the ship.
Okay.
I have an anti-grav harness, so I could theoretically raise the gravity around me for a short time. I also have a jetpack that we found.
Okay.
It's true.
That's right.
Okay, since we're heading out into zero gravity, I'm going to go over the little blurb that's right here. Zero gravity. While on the hull, the PCs are in zero gravity. Creatures in zero G have the clumsy, off guard, and untethered conditions.
I don't.
Creature. Except yes, because you are mag booted.
Yep.
A creature in zero gravity can lift and carry 10 times their normal amount of weight and multiplies the ranges of thrown items by 10. A creature with the untethered condition can't take move actions unless the action specifies it can be used in zero gravity. At the end of a creature's turn, they move 5 feet in the last direction they moved deliberately. Creatures with the untethered action can take the push-off action to change directions and the distance moved. Just
So
some
clumsy and what?
clumsy, untethered, and off guard. So it doesn't specify. I know for clumsy, it doesn't specify like the number. So I'm just gonna assume it's 1, clumsy 1, and then off guard I believe is just a -2 to checks to your AC.
Oh, that's cool.
I think that's
I
all.
am also not off guard or clumsy while untethered in zero G because of the harness.
Also, even though if you are untethered, you still don't suffer those other 2 effects.
Correct.
Okay.
Would I be considered tethered?
Who's
Since
considered?
I said
No.
Would I be considered tethered since even though I said I found an anchor point and tied myself to it, but no.
Well, I mean, potentially that would prevent you from flying off into space, but
Okay.
your
If you
motion,
when you go to
movement-
move, then you would become untethered.
Right. Okay, that's fair. Thank you.
Okay, so with that out of the way, Hector, what are you doing at the guns?
Eating.
So I'm gonna open up the crate of fuel rods, and I'm going to. She didn't exactly tell us exactly what to do with them, but so I'm just gonna assume dropping a couple of them down the barrel of the guns probably my best bet.
That makes sense.
Okay.
I thought she. Yeah, she was kind of.
She said put them on or in the guns, but I don't remember which exactly.
yeah, in the barrel makes sense if it fits, obviously.
So I think she
putting
said
them in the barrel and then trying to like block it up so that when the guns fire, they explode and spray
right.
radiation all over the ship.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So like you're supposed to sabotage them and then put the radiation rods into the guns.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So so that's gonna be 2 actions: sabotage and placing the material in the guns. So you tell me how you're going about it, and I'll tell you what check applies. Like what skill, like how are you approaching this? Like are you doing it with computers? Are you doing it with kind of like an engineering thing? You know, this is a leaf ship. You know, there's however you're going to approach it.
Maybe to sabotage, I can assist with my warfare lore. I don't know if that would be. Is that an option?
I guess I'm just gonna start by. I'm assuming that there's a set number of fuel rods that are gonna divide evenly by 4. Consider there's 4 guns. Or
Yeah,
close
you'll
to
have
that.
to. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about the quantity of rods. You'll figure out how to.
It's about the
divvy it up.
quality.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's not about the quantity, it's how you use them.
All right. I'm just gonna take one of the rods and drop it in the barrel.
Okay. I'll have you do a crafting or a computers check.
All right, I'll do crafting.
Can I assist with my warfare lore?
Yeah, since this is weapons of war.
All right. Well, I got a 28 crafting.
Well, you can.
Okay.
What's the DC for my assist? 15?
15, I think. I don't know if you said they eroded that down to. No, it was 20 and they took it down to 15.
Right. That is a critical success. That's a
Oh,
plus
hot dog!
2.
What do you get for? What? Oh, okay. I thought like you would get something else for a critical
No, instead of a
assist.
+1, it's a +2, I believe.
Oh, okay, cool.
So
that's
30 total.
A 30. Okay, so that is a critical success. So it's interesting to find out some of these skill checks, like critical success, doesn't matter. Other ones, it's listed where it does matter. In this case, there's nothing about a critical success here, but I'm going to say that this would take 2 checks to complete this sabotage on this one gun. You did it because you critically succeeded with 1 check.
Sweet.
But yeah, I'm like showing him like how the gun works, and then he's like using his like cat mind. What did you roll? What skill?
Crafting.
Yeah, he's using his engineering mind to like figure out the best way to sabotage it and put the thing in there. And the way I describe how the gun works.
Right. 1 down, 3 to go.
You're muted.
Chris, did you mute yourself?
Yes, I did. I was coughing. So you've packed that rod, you've jammed it up so it can't come out.
Yeah, you did.
And I need everybody to roll a perception check.
Oh baby, guys, I rolled well.
Nice.
Okay.
That's a 30.
Okay.
Oh my god.
That's pretty good.
Hector got a 22.
22, and I would say that Borfo and Mardella and Trash, in this time you've been able to make your way out onto the ladder if you so choose. Otherwise, go ahead and give me your perception checks.
Wait, so you're saying if we do a perception check, we haven't made it that far?
Yeah, I'm assuming you're on the exterior of the
While
ship.
we're
Yeah,
we're
that's what
doing
we
the
were-
thing,
That's what
Okay.
we're doing.
we're climbing onto the ladder.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
So you are, yeah. That's why I wish they would have had a second map instead of doing this ladder
Yeah.
over top. But you are on the ladder now, so go ahead and give me those perception checks.
12.
got a 13.
Wow.
Yeah, we don't know shit. What's Trash
robot?
got?
Yeah, what's Trash's perception?
Trash.
Chris?
Yeah, he has a name.
Yeah, Trash. Lovingly call him Trash.
Respect him.
Respect the trash.
I think Trash has a +0. So
Roll that natural 20, bud.
Does he get a perception?
no, but we can have fun with it.
I don't see why not.
I just rolled a perception. If I take away my bonus, I got a 13.
Oh.
So
Wait,
he's
is
just
it-
as bad as the rest of us.
We got it
Okay.
on lock over here, though.
So, yeah. So Borfo, Mardella, Trash, you're making your way up opposite, catty corner to the gun that Hector and Rick are at. Hector, you've just packed you sabotaged this gun, you're packing up your gear, you're getting ready to move on to the next gun. Rick Jenkins is very carefully scanning the horizon, the hull of the ship, looking around, and you see miraculously a dark shadow running up towards you. It looks a little bit like this.
Oh,
no.
What the-
I don't want
Let's describe that. Let's describe that.
Yeah, it is this like green.
It's like Arrow.
Yeah, it's kind of like Arrow. It's got like this cloak over its head, humanoid face, big incisors, and this chest that's like torn open, blood coming out with huge mangled ribs that seem to wrap around the chest cavity. 4 arms and 2 legs. The insectile nature of these creatures that you've been seeing. Massive tail, green body. This thing looks completely disgusting, humanoid, a mesh of all of the terror that you've encountered so far. And it's running straight towards you, and we'll see you next time.
No!
No. It's got like pinchers too. Like
Yeah.
Think
if
great, Bob.
everything else wasn't enough.
Thanks to Sirenscape for the amazing atmospheric sounds and music. Make sure to check them out at Sirenscape.com to use them in your game. Also, thank you to our patrons. You guys help us continue to do this, and we appreciate you. If you'd like to check out our Patreon or find more info about us, go to AdventureAwaitsPod.com.